Okay, my good friends, this is Roger, Mud Fossil University. Do you need a degree from some college to become educated? Absolutely not. You can go to these colleges for free, but they won't give you the degree. Now look at this. This is University of Colorado, Boulder, Optical Engineering, Vanderbilt University. There's Boulder again. Georgia Institute of Technology, École Polytechnique. John Hopkins. I went there. I went to a lot of these places. Rice. I went there for chemistry, and all of these are free. These are free. You go there for free. No charge whatsoever. I took a course there. I don't think I really even went through it, but you have no obligations here. There's no obligation to go through the course. There's no obligation for anything, but they won't give you any degree either. Now, all I wanted to do was go to these places so that I could see my research based against theirs. And and again, these are all free. So, what does that mean? You can go there and get educated. So you're educated as the next guy. However, you don't have that piece of paper. So when you go to get your job, and you say, well, I went and I took a course at such and such a place. Well, big deal. You could go and say that. However, what you want to do is walk in and say, I took a course at the Vanderbilt, and I took a course. Well, I took a course. Let me just tell you some of the places I went to. I went to University of Geneva in Switzerland, online. I went to Johns Hopkins, Rice University. And then you can go to all other places like Yale and Harvard. All that they have classes online too, not necessarily through Coursera, but most of them do have them through Coursera now. However, when you go into your job interview, what you need to do is come in with this was my original manuals I had long ago, and I recorded everything in here, and I still use them. I refer to them today. And I have the ability to go back and say, look, I did all this stuff. I know what I did all the same stuff everybody else did. Prospective employer, look, I've got all this stuff, and if you want to ask me any questions, I'll try to answer them. And then you go through all this stuff, and this would give me the ability to come out and say the things I'm saying. Now, what you want to do is get yourself a book like this, and make these little tabs. To whatever it makes sense to you. Like I got gravity and I got all kinds of different things. And what is, anyway, when you go into, to make it better than this, I don't care about making it cute looking anymore. All I want to do is get my information and understand, like magnetism, gravity. These are about vaccines. That was a long time ago I did this. Trains immune response. All right, the immune response to programming. That was quite a while ago. Yeah, there he goes. Gut bacteria in the gut. This is all the stuff. Tests needed. Blood versus feces. Then the vitamins, minerals, metals, and all that business. Cold and heat. How come you have those different things in your body? Anyway, if you have something that you can refer to and say, I went to these schools, I don't care if they give you a piece of paper or not, and I can tell you, and this also, prospective employer, I have no debt. I don't owe these people any money. I got all the information I needed from them, and I have it right here, and I can show it to you. And anything that you want to talk about gravity, let's talk about gravity. Why is gravity happening? And then you make your case. To just walk in and say, I have a piece of paper from Yale or Harvard or anywhere. Once they see that, they say, oh, this guy's got to be special. No, he isn't. He's just paid for that piece of paper. That is all. And I'll show you something. You want to see well, I'll show you this. Now, this is Ramamurthy Shankar, and he's the university professor at Yale for quantum physics primarily. Now, I want you to watch this one right now. This is the.
All right, so
here's what he has to say.
I want you to think about this as a real adventure trying to think beyond the exams and grades and everything. One of the biggest discoveries in physics, in science.
I started too far in. Hold on. He's gonna be perfectly honest, and I have a lot of respect for this honesty. Here, listen.
It's a subject that's kind of hard to follow intuitively, and the good news is that nobody can follow it intuitively. Richard Feynman, one of the big figures in physics, used to say no one understands quantum mechanics. So in some sense the pressure is off for you guys, because I don't get it and you don't get it and Feynman doesn't get it. The point is, here's my goal. Right now, I am the only one who doesn't understand quantum mechanics. In about 7 days, all of you will be unable to understand quantum mechanics. Then you can go back and spread your ignorance everywhere else. That's the only legacy a teacher can want. So, all right, so that...
All right, he was playing around, but I'm telling you, he's right. Nobody understands quantum physics because it's not understandable when you have to work with a Bohr model. It does not make any sense whatsoever. It's totally nonsense. Everything is a dipole, so he's at least honest. Now, the rest of them wouldn't even, well, I got to be honest with you, he won't respond to me either, so... You know, once they're in that realm, they can't talk to anybody, because once they start talking, they get in trouble. Because I've got them all in trouble right now. I'm going to tell you that right now. None of them will talk to me. Not a single one of them will discuss or debate anything I have to say, because I have them up against the wall, and they know it. And they've been exposed, and now it's not looking good for them whatsoever. So if they don't turn around, there's some now that are starting to say, well, we got to start looking at things a little differently, you know, and those are the heroes, because they still have to live in this realm. I don't have to live in that realm.